All right. Intro song done. On Deafin on Discord done. And transition on OBS done. Thank you for the follow, VC man. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another episode of the Neon Podcast, episode 15910 from 169. We just got to get there. Nice. That I just looked at the number and went, oh, we're right there. One number away. But anyways, I hope everyone is doing well. If you don't know me and you're joining me from someone else's stream, aka this wonderful, beautiful individual here that will introduce himself shortly. Thanks for being here. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I definitely never forget to start my stream.
Nah, of course not. You definitely didn't
I
do that.
would I would never forget to start my stream.
I mean, of course, you're a streamer, right?
Yeah.
What's being a streamer if there isn't scuff? You're a high production quality single individual streamer, right? With like 3 PC setups, 17 monitors, and like a 10-man supporting team.
Exactly.
There it is. Well, anyways, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode. We're back 3 weeks in a row. Wonderful. It's another episode, a new VTuber, a new episode, and I'm excited because as far as conversations goes, this one should be one of the most nuanced and fresh ones because I mean, I'll get into it in a little bit later too, but I mean, new person on the episode, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. I'm definitely not starting a stream as I do that. Hi, I'm Viv. I'm a VTuber. I play video games. That's my wonderful intro.
A wonderful intro indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just roar. So dumb. But yeah, this is Viv. Long story short, I mean, I met or encountered Viv. I wouldn't even say met. Uh,
Encounter.
because this is all right. So let me explain. Because it's not really meeting people, right? Or
Mhm.
at least, all right. Let me just explain. So, as many people who know me and been around my streams and my content, I shoutcast. I'm like the head shoutcaster of this thing called XCOM, cross community VTuber things, whatever, right? I've been casting it since day one,
Mhm.
and I became like the head caster, whatever, yada yada. I half a flex, half not a flex because who cares? Um, and then at this point, I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna meet new people. And the last tournament was a Valorant tournament, and I didn't play in it because I'm not that good at Valorant. I don't play that often, but I'll play it if I want to play with friends. And yeah, and so I decided to see of the people who was playing to who streams, and I stopped by their streams and stuff. I went down the list of VTubers that were participating, and Viv here was one of them. And a stream in, I think you were just playing like Baldur's Gate or something at the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, Baldur's Gate Tress. And I'm like, I like this person. I'm digging their vibe with their conversations with me in their chat. I'm invite them to my podcast. So that's why Vib's here. And like the reason why I say this podcast can be a little bit more nuanced and fresh is because of that, I haven't really, been in a VC with Viv at all. I've
Mhm.
had like minimal conversations outside of DMs and in her chat. So, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, how do you feel about being on the podcast, Viv?
I'm chilling. It's cool.
Yeah, and it's funny
Yeah,
because
it's vibes.
you're saying like you're not nervous or anything because most people, especially VTubers that are more or not introverted. You said you're introverted. That
Mhm.
uh that what was I saying? I lost the train of thought there. That you're not nervous. And you're just chilling here, and you're just on a vibe here. So I mean, hey, that's great. That's why I invited you. So thanks for being here.
Mhm. Mhm. Of course.
Yeah. So I mean, Viv, what kind of games you play? So obviously you played Valorant. You played it in the tournament. You're playing
Mhm.
Baldur's Gate Tress. you know.
Yes.
So what other stuff do you stream? Who are you? What do you do? Tell me about yourself. It's an interview now.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Uh.
I'm just kidding. You can always ask me questions too. So
Whenever that happens in like work interviews, I can never respond.
oh no, it's both the easiest and hard question at the same
It's
time.
it's the hardest question because it's like, what do I do? I forget everything as soon as someone asks. Because if I think about it, I used to be more of a variety streamer. Lately, it's been more Valorant. It's about to shift a little bit right now, because I started Overwatch randomly because I got mad at Valorant and I like Overwatch. It's very fast. So I'd say mostly FPS between Valorant and Overwatch. RPGs with Baldur's Gate and the Persona series, and sometimes other games. I need to play horror games, but I can't play horror games for my life. I get
Mm.
scared so easily, so badly.
So like you're not on that content warning hype train or anything, or Lethal Company either.
I played Lethal Company, I think exactly once. And I actually just responded to a friend to play content warning because they're doing a long stream Saturday. So I was like, okay. Like I've never played content warning. I have it. I have it and Lethal Company, but I'll play it with friends.
There you go. There you go. It's enjoyable with friends. It'll get. You're probably like me, where it's like you don't play often, so I think the
Mhm.
the new factor of it is both with friends, both fun but scary when you're put in a specific situation. So good luck on playing content warning.
It should go great. It
You'll
should only go well.
you'll be fine. And like for your Overwatch and Valorant tournaments streams, are you playing with friends? You playing solo? Are you a hardcore ladder climber, or what's it like being you?
Uh I have people helping me try to get better. Um, but I don't play with friends often. I forget that I have friends. I also get very mad. I'm very competitive, which I shouldn't be because I'm absolutely terrible at the game. But I recognize I'm not fun to play with. Everyone says I'm fun to play with, but I'm not fun to play with, in my opinion.
Okay, okay. Maybe I drag you back into Overwatch with some of my other VTuber friends, and we'll see because they're dragging me into Overwatch. I haven't played Overwatch 2 since the first couple months, and I am not excited to go back. As someone who's also a competitive person. Um,
Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like Valorant, like I like thinking sometimes, but so Valorant is very slow. You have to think. Overwatch, I have no idea what I'm doing, and it's great. My brain empty, and I just go fast, fast, fast. And it works sometimes. It doesn't work. If I'm with friends, it works great. If I'm with randoms, it does not. But they can't really yell at me that much,
right, right,
uh,
right.
because I don't care. uh, so it's very fast paced, which I appreciate. Plus, being able to change agents or heroes or whatever, very clutch. So
Yeah,
I like it so far.
nice.
I've had it for 2 days.
2 days. Okay, sounds good. Well, you can if you learn the game more and you want to keep playing, let me know. I'll play with you. And I'll be
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't say I know what I'm doing because I don't play Overwatch 2 like that. I'm an Overwatch
Yeah.
1 veteran, but not an Overwatch 2 veteran. So the game has significantly changed even in Overwatch 2's very short lifespan of existing. Uh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I the reason why I stopped playing Overwatch many years ago is because my friends stopped playing it. I'm one of those people
Mhm.
who gets like FOMO from it, from playing games. Like, oh my god, you guys are playing, let me play with you. And then I get competitive over it, and then everyone just got busy and just like, well, guess I'm not playing Overwatch anymore because that game, Blizzard likes shooting their own games in the foot, if not worse.
Yeah.
So that's their own problem. But
Yeah.
yeah, anyways, I like Overwatch. I feel like I'd Overwatch 2 more than Valorant just because you said Valorant you have to think, but
Mhm.
Valorant, you can also die so fast. It's like if you can't
Yeah.
win an aim battle, I'm like, cool. Meanwhile, here I'm Overwatch. I'm a tank. I'm a support. Yes.
Yeah.
Class-based shooters, baby. So, yeah, that's why I liked Overwatch back in the day. And the fast pace, like you said, ooh, just running around, being able to do different stuff is always nice too.
Yeah. It's way more vibes.
Way more vibes, way more vibes. But then
Mhm, mhm.
the issue is because it's so much more fast paced. If you get, and I'm sure maybe you'll get into this later, if you start playing a lot longer and you get if you rank or whatever, and people's trying to calm, it's so much more chaotic though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
I
my goodness.
I had a friend, I was playing with him yesterday, and he was trying to calm, and I was like, "There's so much happening in my ears. Do not expect me to understand anything you're saying to me." Like, my
Yeah.
brain too fast to comprehend right now.
Yeah. I even okay, if there's one esport that I would never shoutcast, I don't think I'd ever shoutcast Overwatch. There is just way too much going on in way too little time. I would not bother. So, and
Yeah, I
playing
don't know
it,
how.
I don't know how. Yeah, so we tried, like I said, in Overwatch 1, even then it was still really chaotic because it was 6 people, not 5.
Mhm.
So calming with 6 people, that was even worse.
Ugh.
But it's a slightly slower pace now, but still very chaotic.
Mhm.
But still enjoyable. Do you have a favorite hero right now that you're playing?
I've been playing okay, everyone plays Venture, obviously, because they just came out. I like Tracer.
Nice.
Both are close combat because I can't really do range that well. Like, I tried to do Widowmaker, it was not working for me because I don't know the positionings and everything.
Mhm.
Ash looks fun. I don't have them unlocked yet, so I can't. I still have some heroes I don't have unlocked. Diva and Junker Queen were the 2 tanks I enjoyed, and support, I'm doing great on I can't remember her name, she's still with Moira, on Moira, but
Moira.
then I told my friends that who play Overwatch, like, one of them's, like, Masters too, he's like, "Moira takes no skill." He's like, "Please don't." He's like, "Learn these 2 if you're gonna do support." I was like, "You know what? Never mind." I give up. Mercy, I tried Mercy, everyone said, "No." Okay, so I was like, "Okay,
What the
okay,
heck?
no." I got shut down so quickly.
Moira, no. Mercy, no. What do I play?
I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, it's some people are like that, especially
Yeah.
for the higher players. They're like, just don't play that. Just don't play that. I'm like, dude, this game isn't even balanced nicely anymore, so I don't know what to tell
Mhm.
you. Okay, that's nice. That's a good array across the board. Very nice.
Mhm, mhm.
All right, Viv. So as far as variety streamer goes, we were talking about this before the podcast started. You're a VTuber. As
Yeah.
far as we're concerned, PNG tubers are still VTubers. You have a design. You have an. This is an OCS original
Hmm?
design. This your models are on is an original design.
Yes.
There you go. So you have an original character going on
Mhm.
here for your VTuber. I mean, first off, what got you into VTubing? I feel like that's the first thing because we talked, like I said, we talked about this in the pre podcast before we started, and you were like, "I'm trying to get my Tumblr." I'm like, "What the hell? Why Tumblr?" And then Viv was like, "Yeah, that's how I got into VTubing like years ago." I'm like, "What?"
Okay.
Of all websites and social media platforms, I'm like, Tumblr. I could see it happening, but this is probably the most unique one that I've heard personally from everyone that I've talked to. So I want to hear
Okay.
this.
Okay. So it all started when I was born. JK. So it all started in, let's see, BTS debuted in 2013, I think, if my old army soul reminds me of that. So the K-pop group BTS, for those who you never know, people may not know. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
So
Bang Tang
20,
Saranghae. Yeah, I say that all the time. I don't watch them. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
yes. So back in high school, we had what was our homeroom? It was like 15 minutes. I still don't get how it worked. It was 15 minutes. It was first 2 classes and the 15 minutes. So I had these 2 friends who were super into Attack on Titan, and one of them who was Korean also taught me about K-pop. And they were like, "Viv, you have to watch da, 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 da." And I was like, "No, no, 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 no." I was like refusing all of it.
Mhm.
Then 2020 happened.
How does that
I had
jump? That's a 7-year jump. What the hell?
no, no, listen, because 2020 happened and I was bored. And I was in college, I was bored, I was living by myself. I was like, I don't I like I what am I supposed to do? Lockdown happened, I just got a new PC. I was like, what am I supposed to do? So then I started getting into K-pop. I don't know how, but BTS, and then somehow that led to anime, which led to this lovely thing called fan fiction.
Oh no, there it is. Okay, there it is. Go
So
on.
I
Continue.
I got into fan fiction and anime, as one does.
If
And
anything, the most questionable part of that connection is how'd you go from BTS to anime? I'm like,
there's an actual thing where it's like how different hyperfixations there's like a whole chart, I know this. And it goes from like anime, there's one between anime and K-pop, and then it's like Fujoshi stuff, VTuber stuff. Like it's an intricate thing, but it's so true. There's like pipelines. It's all interconnected
was it the pretty
because
boys?
I don't even know. I just know I got into anime, and then somehow Vox Akuma started showing up in my YouTube feed because just so much anime I was consuming. So that's how I found out
Mm.
about VTubers.
Mhm.
So I had VTubers in the back of my mind. Fan fiction, da 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 da. I read a fan fiction. I remember exactly what it was. I can't find it. I've been trying to find it this whole time. I can't find it. But it was a Nanami fan fiction. Still of my
There it
life.
is. There I was like, is it Jujutsu Kaisen? It's either
It was a
Gojo,
it was,
Nanami.
it was Nanami.
Mhm.
Um And it was, of course, because I am an RPG lover, it was an X-Reader one. And
What?
it's like anyways, we have to get into that one.
No, no,
But
no, no, no. I feel like this is important all of a sudden. Is this not important to the story or
it's
no?
a self-insert.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I understand that term. Okay.
Yeah, so it's self-insert. So the reader character had a certain job that we'll just focus on the fact that her voice was very important. So naturally, somehow, I was like, I could find a sugar daddy this way. Let me look into this. I looked into certain things,
Oh,
and
okay.
that led to voice acting. And then I saw voice acting is improved by streaming. So I was like, huh, streaming. I was like, I heard of VTubers. I don't want to show my face, but VTubers. So then I became a VTuber like a month later.
Okay, so explain to me the timeline. So, like, in terms of time frame. So 2020 was when you got bored
Into
and
anime.
into anime. So that's the first one. Okay. So
Yes.
2020 and it's 2024 now. Walk me through the rest of that in terms of like
Okay.
time span. Because it's
All right. So
obviously
got
like
into
it's because you have
anime.
fixations, right? So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So time moves so fast. So it was anime, getting super into anime, manga, everything. Vox Akuma, when he debuted, I that's when I discovered him. So that was late 2021. And then the fan fiction had to have happened around April or May of 2022, because that's around when I graduated and I moved.
Okay.
And then I was researching things because I was bored because I was out of college now. I had nothing to do. I was like,
Mhm.
I was like, I was like, I don't have any hobbies. Like I was in STEM. So I was like, I had no hobbies. It was just classes and work. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? So I played games because I had a PC, but I was like, eh. Um, and then I looked into voice acting. I almost did a voice acting class, but I got super sick, so I couldn't finish it. But then August of 2022, I started streaming. I did my first stream. I was like, I love this. Like, I'll probably keep this up. Paid for a VTuber model, got a PNG. I got the model. I think the fully rigged model came in like October, September, but started shooting in August. I think I hit affiliate September, and then I had my model um October.
Mm-mm.
So it went 0 to 100 very quickly.
Yeah, that's like
Uh
6 months. 2021 to 2022. What the heck? Okay.
yeah, so that happened. I recently did a redesign. So the current PNG is I got this a month or two ago. But got a redesign in December. Now I'm waiting for my model for my
Mm.
2.0.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Okay.
Yeah. It was
So
a whole unfortunate events that led us here.
hey, that's still what's up because as far as like what your interest went into, right? Like are you still keeping up with BTS and or maybe other K-pop or no?
Yes, I think K-pop's playing right now on my thing.
Okay, so you're still into that.
Yeah.
So obviously you're still streaming and that's like
Yeah.
hand in hand for you voice acting, right? So
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Voice actors, that's what's up. I also want to be try to voice act is one of my
Mhm.
small things. So maybe I don't know if we talked about this previously in your chat, but maybe I'll hit you up for maybe like a script maybe if you're cool with that. So
Ye
like a
I've written
collect scrap.
one script in my life.
Oh, how'd it go? Is it posted anywhere?
Uh, it's an ASMR script for the ASMR channel.
You have an ASMR channel?
Yeah, that's what I loved it when you were, forget the word now, for our games, you were like, "ASMR mommy," and I was like, "Oh god."
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
I thought her
I
name
already
is ASMR
I
mommy.
totally forgot that was your name. Oh my god. That's right.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't remember your because the tournament was like a month and a half ago, right? 2 months ago. And I already
yeah,
forgot what your name was in game. And then it's just been so long. And I'm like, that's right. That was your name.
yeah, I think I've had it for about a year now, the channel. I don't really post on it as much because 'cause I've just been busy,
Okay.
but yeah.
Is it like full ASMR script or is it one of those joke ASMRs where like uh anime girlfriend hits you with a brick or
No,
something?
but people told me to do that, but I missed out on the trend of it.
Oh, okay. That trend was pretty stupid. I
It
like
was.
funny stupid. I enjoyed it. So
Yeah, but
okay.
no, I have it's the scripts and yeah.
Okay. Maybe maybe I'll hit you up if you're down. Maybe we can
Mhm,
collab on
mhm,
something. Who knows?
mhm, mhm.
Um but yeah, that's awesome. So then you've been streaming for you say 21 or 22 August?
22.
22. So coming up on 2 years. Awesome.
Yep.
You got a pretty decent following size also as well. So that's awesome. I mean, for you, what was the inspiration for your design? Because you went from fan fiction and whatever to just being one, right? So what was it? wh- I don't know what your 1.0 model looks like, right? But because I'm looking at your reactive now, which is going to be your 2.0 reference. Um,
Yes.
what was the inspiration? Well, I guess if the 1.0 if you wanna talk about it, but more so for your 2 since that's what I'm seeing right now, because I don't know what your 1 looks like.
Yeah. I think I still have the PNG of my one. So I can put it in voice chat. But the 2.0 was sort of expanding on the design. 1.0, I didn't have any ideas for it. I was like, hacker witch. I was like, because I had a degree in basically hacking, but legal hacking.
Oh,
And I was like, I always liked witchy stuff. But my 2.0 really leaned more into the celestial design. But still a bit techwear in terms of my wardrobe. So still Hacker Witch, kept that. I also love heterochromia whenever I can have it in RPG characters. I always give them heterochromia. It's also an elf that was decided after my PNG was commissioned, so it won't show my PNG, but in my model, the last update I saw on it, it is elf. Um, it's my
nice.
yeah. So, yeah, my yeah, celestial thing is a pretty big thing for I'd say my branding. Um, I just love it. It's just one of the things I like. So yeah.
Nice, nice. I like how there's just so many points of inspiration behind it too. It's not just one. I'm like, "Oh, hacker. Gotta bring in the real life thing. The
Mhm.
the magical celestial thing. Awesome. That's a fantasy aspect." But like, elf, where'd that come from?
Anytime I play an RPG, it's always an elf.
Full elf, not
And then
half?
yeah.
Okay.
So I was like my artist and I were just talking because we have a pretty good flow with communication. And just randomly I was like, can I see her with elf ears? And she was like, "Actually, this does look great." We were like, "Oh, that's so nice." So we
Nice.
tried it out. It worked so well for the design, we decided to keep it. So I could put,
Let's see. Let me look at it. Look at what you posted in the VC real quick of your one.
yeah, that's my one, and then the second one is how the 2.0 is looking.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Very nice. Very nice. I see the evolution between the one what you currently have as PNG and this. That's nice.
Mhm.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. I respect it.
Mhm, mhm.
So that's cool. So I mean, if you don't mind me asking, for how much have you invested into being a VTuber? You don't have to answer this. If you don't feel comfortable.
Let's see. My 1.0 cost about 1K.
Oh,
Um,
oh, oh.
yeah. So the 2.0, I did rush the design because I realized last minute that I wanted a different design. Um, and the artist who was doing my model was like, I can't do the redesign right now. I don't have, I was like, that's fine. I was like, I'll find someone. Then I realized I was rushing because they were going to start in January. I was like, so I found an artist and they rushed it. So rush fees, and I do have to pay for merchandise rights, which I discussed with the artist. So I'm paying that hopefully next month for that. But I'm doing the math.
Oh no. Oh no, the
Doing the
the
math.
the laughter. It scares me.
We're just talking about the model. We're not talking about my equipment, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Just
Okay,
just the
okay.
model.
Just the model?
I mean,
Alright, the design,
how important is the equipment in this outside of like a PC build, you know?
my PC, mic,
Ye-
monitor setup. Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
get into all
that's
that.
not important to being a VTuber. That's just streaming
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, go on, go on.
Um, it was I'll say between 7 and 10 for the
Huh?
2.0.
Huh?
For the model itself, yeah.
Oh my
For the design
god.
and then the model itself, I'll say between 7 and 10
Oh
is my
my
guesstimate.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it was an
ASMR
investment.
mommy? Can you just be like my sugar mommy?
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Cause my reasoning was, I was like, "Okay, let me see." I love the artist, um,
Mhm.
and obviously the rush fee contributed a lot to getting it up. Um, so no, it was probably 7. It was between 6 and 7, actually. But the model artist toggles, I was like, "Okay, I want this to be, like, my end design." I was like, "I'm not getting another redesign." I was like, "This is pretty I'm very satisfied with this. I don't need like changing outfits or anything. That's fine. But like in terms of base design, this is
Mhm.
it. Like this is good for me. Um, so I was like, I don't mind investing, so I don't have to redo this again.
Well,
Um, so I love my 1.0, but like I did a lot of research into what I wanted added into the model. That's one thing the artists will say have said so far is I've been very clear with what I want.
mhm.
So they say it's easy to work with me. Um, I'm stealing that from their VGen reviews. I'm not assuming anything about myself. Um, this has been very good process working with artists for the 2.0. So I was like, okay, I'll invest a bit. That's fine. I don't
Da-
mind.
Dang. So I mean, with as far as like the investment other than, you know, the rush fee and the and getting the artist that you like, and also sorry, Jen, thank you for the reset. Welcome back to the light show. Um Dang. So like, and you said this is your end game design, right? End game model,
Yeah.
maybe another outfit here and there, maybe hair if you know if you're feeling it too. But um so you're here for the long haul. Like that's a big
Yeah.
investment, not even just
Yeah.
for streaming, but specifically for
Yeah.
VTubing. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. That's going all in for that.
Yeah. That's just the model. That's not including I have overlays. I bought emotes. There's been some art pieces I've gotten since panels. Yeah.
Oh,
This is
man.
a very expensive.
When you go all in onto your in a hobby and then you make it
Yeah.
it's no longer a hobby. This is a lifestyle at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. That's
Yeah.
cool. As far as the timeline for your 2 goes, when's that expected to do? Are you gonna do, like, another re-debut, or you're just gonna be, like, throw it out into the wild and, like, just continue as you're doing right now?
I think, um, because I'm not gonna be able to really use my overlays, as much, so I was like, I'll probably do a full re-debut for my 2-year anniversary. I don't have it set in stone because just want to make sure the artists don't rush themselves.
Mhm.
So once all the art is done, I'll have a better idea of when they debut is. They know it's roughly tentatively August because that's when my 2 year is. And I was like, oh, 2 years, 2.0, ha ha ha. But we'll see.
Nervously twiddles fingers. It'd be nice, but
Like the little shy emo, like, yeah.
yeah. It's like it'd be cool if it fits in this timeline, but if it doesn't, no big deal.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna do like a big call out post on Twitter or anything else. Like, I'm fine with anything. I just can't wait to use it.
Nice. Well, I'm excited when that comes out, and I don't know how much you keep things under wraps because you already said like this is already you already showed the PNG, and
Mhm.
the 2.0 is only like a bigger evolution of that. So I'm excited for that and hope that goes well for you. So that's so exciting. I'm like, oh, I get to see Viv's redesign. Yay!
No, it is public knowledge, because the artist does stream it occasionally.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen any updates for it. There is a full body sketch of it, if I can find it.
Like a ref sheet.
Um, no, there's a rough sheet, but they did a sketch of the whole design that we agreed
Oh,
on.
gotcha, gotcha.
Um, so there's like a cape and everything.
There's a cape?
There's a cape.
I'm over here looking at him like, I don't see no cape. Oh my god.
There's a cape.
Hold on. Let me
That's the
enhance.
sketch.
Enhance. Dang, you got a whole cowl too. Oh yeah, there I can see it like, oh yeah, you definitely lean more into celestial outside of the tech wear. Okay. Cool. But the belts though. But the
It's
belts though.
crazy.
Ooh, like nice, nice. The thigh straps.
Yeah, the artist, I told her, I said, "Go crazy. However you wanna alter the design," because I do have a rough sheet. Like, "However you wanna alter it, like, go crazy, mamas." And she was like, "I'm gonna give you the best boobs ever."
They
I was
are
like, "I
quite
believe you."
nice. They are the window. The window to the
Yeah.
window to the booba to the
I
booba.
can't find where it's just because all this the robe, hood, and skirt are toggle off. So maybe that can be kept secret, but it is toggleable. I just can't find the full body image of it.
Okay.
It does exist though.
Where's the neon booba? Jen, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me because something may be in the works for that unintentionally speaking.
Ayo.
So okay, let me explain. So okay, I love your design by the way. This is really cool. Thank you for sharing this. I'm really like, yeah, this is really nice. Uh, so on my end, I'm also going to go through a 2.0 full, wouldn't say full redesign, or yeah, it is basically a full redesign because it's like whole new person. Because I'm just using a mostly free Vroid model because that's why I got into VTubing and stuff like that.
Mhm,
And then I was like, okay, time to my turn to invest into a nicer model. So I found someone that I liked, an artist, and I'm working with them right now. I don't know what the timeline is, but they're in the final, hopefully the final stages of cutting and rigging and all that stuff. So, um, but then I told my one friend who's an artist that I met through VTubing and yada yada. And they were like, you know what? I need to do some practice. I'm gonna start doing some potential merch so I can put it on my portfolio. And they're like, hey Neon. I'm like, yeah, what's up? I'm gonna put you on my list for things to make potential merch out of, as an example. I went, okay, what kind of practice do you need? Daki Makuras. I'm like, you're gonna make me a mock Daki? He went, yeah. And I went, how scandalous are you? How safe for work are you gonna make this? He goes, I could make it pretty etchy. And I'm like, bro. let me see that. Let me see that. So
that's
we'll
crazy.
we'll see that. You might see some some skin that, normally for my model you wouldn't see some skin, but who
Mhm,
knows? Ooh. So yeah, that's gonna be funny. Some skin so
mhm,
scandalous. I know, very scandalous, John. And but yeah, I mean that's gonna be exciting. I don't know when mine's gonna be done because even if I get my new model, I don't know how much I'd be able to use it because my
mhm.
hardware is quite outdated. Uh I'll be honest, even when I tell people or they look at my specs on my PC, they'll go, "How are you still streaming?" I go, "I don't know. I my PC is coming up on 7 years old." And e
Oh.
and even then, it was when I built it, I wouldn't say it was outdated, but it was already on the later end of when those parts were, uh, being used before that next generation came out anyway, so I was at the tail end of that, so
Mhm.
I'm just like, wow, the fact that I can stream and play these games is amazing. So for me to even just use my model, I'm sure is going to take a lot of processing and processing power to use it. So if
Yeah.
anything, I might have to get a new PC. So that's in its own investment in itself.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. I
yeah,
gotta do one around when I started commissioning for the 2.0. I was like, it's gonna need a new PC. Plus, like, I couldn't run Valorant properly, so I was like, yeah, let's change it up.
Dang
It's
of all games, Valorant you couldn't run properly too.
exactly.
Mhm.
I was a mainly Valorant streamer at that time, so I was like, but it's fine. It's a nice, beautiful PC. I named it Astarion. It's great.
Nice, nice, Jen. I should have got Kev's PC. Even Kev's PCs are getting outdated. That's like a generation old. Um, but as far as that goes, that's really cool. So, and then do you have any plans as far as being a VTuber going forward? It's like, is there new content that you want to do? Are you gonna mash anything, try anything new because you're gonna re-debut, or just gonna keep doing what you're doing and maybe you'll sprinkle a few things as most people do here and there.
I might go more towards variety content. I know my YouTube channel is non-existent right now, so I'll probably try to post more on there. I'm trying to do it now, but I'm in the process of like there's a con coming up at the end of next month. I'm sort of maybe part of. And then I move in June, so so much happening. Um,
When you say con, is it
but
off Kai?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Fun fact: if you go to Offkai, don't go to the main cafe.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Now there's another reason why I have to go now if I end
No,
up going this weekend. I'm be like, "Which one of you is this person?" Just yell it out loud in the
no.
room.
I have to like buy the fit still because I got it approved. I have to buy the outfit. I have to like buy the makeup. I was like, oh, because my friend is on staff and he was like, hey, since you live near there and you move soon, he's like, you should definitely go and like be part of the maid cafe. I was like, maybe. So when it came time to audition, I was like, okay, sure, da, 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 and I got it. And I was like, oh,
So then you
like,
also, I would assume, at least dance someone?
no,
No.
no, no,
You're just gonna
no.
be made. You're gonna be there and look pretty.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Like they're asking, they're like trying to figure out performances and everything. I'm sure there's plenty of talented people that will be able to dance and everything. I will be there looking pretty, talking to people, and taking pictures. That's all I'm there to do.
Okay, okay. Question.
Mhm.
What is auditioning for that maid cafe look like? How would that process go?
So I did it a bit differently because when the actual auditions were happening, I had COVID, so I couldn't fully be
Ooh.
involved. But the head maid or one of the head maids was like very accommodating to me, probably because I was a friend of staff. So she met with me. We talked one on one. She asked me questions. It was like a little interview. She asked if I knew about VTubers, if I had experience with maid cafes before, all that stuff. And then yeah, my
Mm,
charisma is just so great. I just have expert riz.
expert
Uh,
Riz. You're
she
like
she was like, "This will definitely be a welcome addition."
nice.
So we do have training. We have at least 2 trainings coming up. I know we have one at the end of this month, and we have on-site training next month before the con.
Nice, nice. That's pretty awesome. Dang it.
Mhm.
See now, Viv, if I end up going, I might not if I assume the maid cafe is also its own ticketed event in the event, right?
I don't I honestly, I'm not aware of the logistics.
Okay.
I think you have to pay for pictures. I think anyone can actually go into the cafe. I believe Um, the other thing is it's not like it's gonna be someone like named Viv, or even if you know my
Right,
IRL
right, right,
name,
right,
like
right. You're gonna
you
go
won't
have
know
your own
that
moniker.
we have a maid name, and
Right.
I'm telling no one what it is.
Oh my god.
If you can guess it, you can guess it. Um, but no one will be able to guess it. I could give hints, but not really.
What if I was like, "Can I meet up with you after though?" If I were to
I
show up. I'm not even going to off guy. I'm like very tentative to go.
I so the thing is so it's in the San Francisco area. I also live in the Bay Area,
Mhm.
but I live away. So I still haven't decided if I'm even getting a hotel or if I'll just take the hit of the Uber going back
Oh
or
my
forth.
gosh.
But now that I'm thinking about it, getting into an Uber in a maid outfit, I don't think it's a good idea. So I might be getting a very last minute hotel. Because I know Off Guy is selling out, probably will be sold out with all the recent announcements.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
That's why I'm like, "Oh man, the recent announcements, a bunch of other new friends for me that are also going last minute." I'm like, "I kinda wanna go now." Oh
I know so
no.
many people going, and I'm like, I'm not going there to like socialize. I'm like, I'm gonna see if I can work the entire time with them carefully. I'm like, if you need me the whole time, please. I have no reason to go around. I'm not a merch person. I'm not a collectibles person. I'm like, I'm just there to do my volunteer hours because my friend asked me to.
Oh, okay, okay. I
So
mean,
I'm just there to
like,
help out.
gotcha, gotcha. I'm like, I was gonna say, like, do you not care about meeting up with not even just like other streamers or like the people, the special guests, but like other uh VTubers or streamers in general that you know from community stuff at all? Or
I
not?
don't really know anyone.
Wait, what?
I don't really know people.
How, this is a very interesting.
Like I've seen people say, "Oh, I'm going," but I'm like, "Oh, I don't really know anyone." That's what I'm saying. I'm very introverted. I know it doesn't come that way because streaming, I'm good at performing for an audience. I've been doing that. I'm great. My mom's always called me dramatic. I'm great at it. But when it comes to actually socializing, like I have friends who, like the ones who got me to get into Offkai,
Mhm.
who are like, "Oh, do you want to meet up for dinner?"
Mhm.
I'm like, "Do I have to?" I was
Oh
like,
my
"My bed."
god.
I was like, "My bed."
Well,
they're like, they're like, "Viv, we've been trying to do this for 2 years now." I'm like, "I know, but my bed."
oh my god.
So if that helps frame the picture of how much I care, like not that I don't care, but it's like my bed.
Your priorities, even the
I have
priorities of it.
priorities. I have 2 cats at home, okay? Why would I wanna go to a stinky bar or restaurant, whatever, have to be out? Because okay, I'm realizing also I'm getting old, alright? The friends that are
Sure.
going, some of them are older than me. I'm 24, but, like, when I say I'm old, I mean I'm in my grandma era. Like, here's the best way to phrase it, because I saw a TikTok the other day. Right, my friends, they said they're like, "Let's move it up for pre-con dinner." I was like, "Okay, what time?" They're like, 8, 9 p.m. I was like, 8 or 9 p.m.
That's pretty
I
late
was
for a
like,
dinner, yeah.
I know. I'm like, we go at 8 or 9. It's gonna take us like an hour to like get the food, converse, da, da. We'll probably be there for 2 to 3 hours. I was like, I'm not staying at a hotel there right now. Maybe I will, but currently I'm not in a hotel near there. Like, so I'd have to go back home. I probably won't get home till 2 a.m. My shift is at 7 or 8 in the morning after. I know they have party floors at Offkai. Honestly, it'll take a if enough people ask, I probably will just get the hotel room and like do the party floors and everything. As long as I'm not hungover for my shift, I might go all out that weekend. But
Ooh.
uh,
Ooh, man. Ooh.
if
See, gotta
I can succumb to peer pressure.
gotta see. You're one of those people. You really have to not just peer pressure, convince them, and if not, be such a good friend that they could drag you out.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's funny having this conversation because like you said you're a great performer on stream. I'm like I vibe with you. You're great and stuff.
Mhm.
But then my other friends that I also vibe with that are also introverted, I'm like, oh my god, I actually have to drag you out. Jesus. oh my gosh. And I feel like as far as like outside of the your staff friend, right? And like the
Mhm.
maid management, whatever you want to call it. Do you
Mhm.
know anyone else personally before going to Afkai? Like have you met up with them before at all?
No, no one I've met IRL before.
Oh, okay.
I don't even really socialize with people I do know either. They're like, "Oh, Viv, let's go out after work," and I'm like, "No, why would I go out?"
Oh
It's like,
my
"I just
goodness.
seen you for like 5 hours at the office. I don't even go to the office anymore. I got out of it." I'm using
Oh
the
my
"I got
god.
COVID last time I went to the office" excuse. So they haven't really hounded me yet. They probably will soon, but I'm like, "No."
Gotcha,
So,
gotcha. Dang it.
uh,
That there goes of me. My one other reason to go is like, maybe not. Viv's not gonna find me. She's not gonna go out of her way to meet up. Oh darn. Also good though. I respect your boundaries and the things that you do for your own personal things. I'm like, that's I respect it. I respect it. Because I know a lot of people will still go out and do things, but you're like you're pretty set in your ways, which is still pretty cool in its own
yeah.
right. So good on you.
Like,
Good on
I know
you.
it probably would be good because networking and da 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 da, but, like, it's so exhausting.
It is. It
So
is.
exhausting. I'm just a little guy, and I'll be in a maid outfit the whole time. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to talk to people outside the maid cafe in a maid outfit. Like, my makeup is gonna probably be very pink and extravagant. I'm gonna have to have my hair down, which I never have my hair down, and I'm like,
I
so
mean,
the whole
let's
thing.
say I'm pretty sure. I won't say pretty sure. Um, that like you'll have like a backstage area or like a changing room. No, you wouldn't even want to bring a second outfit.
That's so much. I'd have to take the bag. I have to change. It's like I'm the laziest person
Oh my god!
I'll ever know.
I was like, would you rather bring one extra bag for a more comfortable set of clothes? Especially, let's say, because if let's say you go out to dinner, right? You're gonna go out to dinner in a maid outfit, or not even just dinner, just to hang out. Come
Yeah,
on, you're serious? You're
people
okay
do
with?
that. Okay, the amount of people is basically a cosplay.
But are
Whenever there's an anime
okay.
expo, you'll see people in full cosplay.
That's true. That's true. But dang, that's okay. Fair. If you're comfortable with it, that's fair. That's fair. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha, gotcha. But I like how you're just, I'm lazy. I don't want to bring in extra stuff.
yeah.
I'm like, I mean, if you get a hotel, you can go back to your hotel room if you wanted to. But I feel like if now trying to think more deep into your psyche, you're like, if you're going to your hotel room, why would you leave? So you probably wouldn't leave if you went back, wouldn't you, huh?
Sorry, what was that?
Like,
My
let's
brain
say
turned off.
So let's say like, oh, you did get a hotel, like hypothetical, right?
Mhm.
And you're like, maybe someone asked you to hang out, but instead of going back to your hotel room and to change, theoretically, you're just like, nah, you know what? I'm just gonna stay inside and go to bed.
It's tempting. I've just been informed all the hotel rooms are gone. So maids, we do have an option for rooming with maids. So I could see if there's room there. And if that's the case, I probably would be more willing to go out. Um, because there'd be strangers in my room.
Hmm,
Uh, yeah. So we'll see what
gotcha,
happens. We'll see what happens.
gotcha. Well, either way, whatever happens, good luck with your off Kai maid adventures. So if I do
Mhm.
go and you somehow see me and you'll be like, I saw you neon, but I'm like, I don't know which one you were, but maybe I saw you. Yeah, you're just gonna be that person, be like, I saw a lot of you at the maid cafe. There's gonna be like that one story, be like, there was this guy at this maid cafe who's going a little too hard, and be like, that was me or something.
No, no, no. What I'm tempted to do is because I think this is the only time I've ever said on stream that I'm going to be there. So I haven't really tweeted about it. I haven't made any posts. A lot of my friends don't know. A lot of my VTuber friends don't know I'll be there.
Hmm.
Um, because I've kept it pretty hush hush. Uh, so what I'm tempted to do is go all out, the decorations, everything. But then like after off guy, like whenever was posting all their pictures, it's like, haha, if you went to the maid cafe, haha, I was there. And like post a selfie or something.
Yeah,
And then people whoever went, be like, wait a minute, you were there? I'm like, yeah.
and then everyone's
Haha.
gonna be salty that you didn't say anything. You didn't say that you were
Yeah.
there.
That's my goal. That's
Oh
my
my god,
goal.
it's like so petty. I love it. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Okay, that's a good one, Viv. Okay, more power to you on that one. That's cool. Okay, so then that's gonna be your first con. That was a Neon podcast expose right there. You said end of next month. I went. There's only one big con at the end of next month.
Yeah.
So there you go. Thank you for sharing with that. And if anything, if anyone's watching from my side of the episode or the YouTube video, which will be posted later, which not that many people watch, don't worry. Your secret is still pretty safe with me if it's not a secret. So if it's saying on your stream, that's oh
No,
well.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
Most of my viewers will not be going, I'm pretty sure.
And then that's when they
Might
out.
not be.
It's gonna be that outplay maneuver. You thought I wasn't going, but I was going, and then I checked all the mates. I'm just like, wow.
Honestly, it's not really the worst part. My face isn't a secret. That's the thing I just forgot and just remembered. My face is not a secret. So if
Hmm.
anyone went, they could recognize me. I have very recognizable hair. So unless I wore a wig and like really did my makeup, I probably would be recognizable.
Mm. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So then,
So
okay. So follow. So let's take that topic and circle back. Were you always a VTuber streamer? Were you ever a flesh tuber?
no.
Mm.
So the way it went is I did like a no cam stream. I still remember my first stream. It was the Corey. It crashed. I had to restart stream. I got very stressed because my first stream I had gotten a raid. Da, 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 da. But no, I was no cam. Then I got my PNG was finished the first or second week of September, and then my model was done in October. So
Okay.
yeah, so I did no cam.
So then, have you just posted on social like what you look like or something, or?
Yeah, I've done one of those face reveal things, sort of, kind of. I forget why I did it. I feel
Okay.
like it was for a petty reason that I did it. Knowing me, I did it because I was probably saying something like, hmm, I don't remember, but I was like, I'm gonna post my face. I just feel like it.
All
I don't know
right.
why,
You don't know
but yeah,
why, but it happened. Okay.
it happened.
Gotcha.
And I didn't know it was still up until someone mentioned it the other day. They're like, yeah, I went down your Twitter and I saw it, and I was like, oh, it's still there. It's still
It's still there? Hmm. Hmm.
glad to know it's still there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So so then you've never shown. Is it just like one or a couple posts?
It's at least 3. I have streamed with a face cam. I remember my birthday stream. I did a 24-hour stream with face cam.
Oh. Okay.
So my Twitch knows, some of them know what my face looks like that way too.
So it's not like a full secret, but it's not like you go out of your way to do stuff like that normally. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay, neat. Oh man. So there's oh my god, there's so much that can lead anywhere into this. Okay. As far as VTubing goes then, do you have an Oshi
Yes.
or a Kami Oshi, if not multiple regular Oshis?
I have an
Who
Oshi,
Mhm.
and you can kind of tell by my 2.0 with the hood because I definitely used him as a reference.
You say him. I don't
Oh, you don't?
it's not ringing a bell. I don't know
Yeah, I know.
I don't know male VTubers
Shoto?
of
He's an indie VTuber.
no, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
shut up.
I put it in.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I don't know that
Yeah.
many indies that aren't like the super big name ones, but okay, go on.
Yeah, I don't even know how I discovered him. He's relatively big, I'd say.
Okay.
He's definitely been like at the streamer awards.
I don't sorry. Not my wheelhouse of things to keep up with. I'm just
No.
I'm a simple Hollow Live fan, you know. Very
No, it's solid.
simple.
He's definitely it's very harder for indie VTubers, but yeah, he is probably the because I saw he was indie. I was like, okay, so I don't have to be at a company because before I was considering going for companies, but I was like, I don't really want to. I love Viv too much to really do a company. Um, so yeah, Shoto is probably the only person I really fangirl for. So with all the announcements for Offkai, my friends are trying to get me to like get a little bit hyped for it or fangirl. And I'm like, listen, unless which I think he might go. I don't know. But I was like, unless Shoto is there, you won't see me fangirl. I'll be totally cool as a cucumber.
Mm.
I don't really fangirl that often.
That's
I was
that
like,
that's pretty
yeah,
good though. Like I like how there's this person that you can't even remember how you got into, but this is your Kamiyoshi. That's nice
yeah.
though.
That's my man. I love him.
What's describe him to me though? As someone who doesn't know him, what would you describe him as? What describe him and then but also after why this person became your Oshu? Why did Shoto become your Oshu?
I don't know.
It's
I
just a
have the
feeling.
memory of I have a memory of a chocolate eclair, so I can't fully remember.
Chocolate eclair, not a
He
goldfish, a chocolate eclair.
Yeah. I think he used to play Phasmo a lot, and then he also played Valorant. He may be part of the reason I got into Valorant. Um, I know he
Man.
plays Valorant sometimes. He plays with, like, Valkyrae and those streamers sometimes. He plays GTA RP right now,
Mm,
real thing. Um, so yeah, he's just very nice, cozy, very chaotic, does do gremlin stuff, but, like, yeah, that's I cannot describe anything for my life.
has he played
Um,
Kenshi?
I don't know. He hasn't streamed a lot lately, so it's harder to like remember. Ah, I just like his vibes.
That's
He's
good. That's good.
the vibes he gives are like what I want to be able to give as a streamer.
Nice. And you give off
Mhm.
those vibes. So hey, there you go. If that means
I
if I dig your vibes, I probably dig this guy's vibes too. So
yeah. Yeah, he's pretty chill.
very nice, very nice. That's cool. So I mean, so that's your number one. That's your Kamiyoshi.
Mhm.
Do you fan girl at all for anyone else? Like you said, is there anyone else? Not even like let's say not even VTuber related. Like not even like
Oh, if
any
it's not VTuber
celebrities.
related, there is someone who ranks above him
Okay, let's. I want to hear this.
very easily. Markiplier. That
Markiplier.
Markiplier.
Okay, that's a good
And
one.
I have a special reason why he's above all.
Go
We went to
on.
the same college that he didn't graduate from. I did. So I got a little win there. But yeah, we went to the same college. And that's how I found out about him because I remember I was looking on Tumblr. I was looking at my college and I found out he went there. And I was like, oh. So like in his podcast, they'll talk about our college. I don't mind saying I say it all the time. University of Cincinnati. So it's like I know that, and they'll like reference things. I'm like, I know this place. I suffered 5 years there. Like I got this. So yeah, but I love him. I say showed us the vibes I want to give as a streamer. Markiplier isn't as much streamer. He more does the long form content, and
Right.
that's something I also hope to eventually do. Whether trying to figure out how to make it work as a VTuber or potentially doing IRL content, which I don't want to get a camera for that. I don't want to get a $2,000 camera, but I'll get a $10,000 VTuber model. I hear it myself, but yeah, um, I I heard it as I was saying it. Um, too much effort to do IRL content, but if I could do more long form content and sort of experiment that way,
hmm
I wouldn't consider myself very filmmakery. The things I do is I'm a writer. I'm trying to learn art, so that's my bread and butter there. Um, yeah.
Got it. So, have you done like any form of like production or video editing beforehand? Like you have experience with that too, or no?
I've been trying to learn editing. It is so hard.
Yeah.
I have so many VODs I'm supposed to have edited by now, and it's just so terrible.
Just sifting through it in itself is its own pain. Editing it
I
is
have
its oh my god.
I have so many clips I could have posted to TikTok, consistently help yourself grow, diversify your platforms. But then I sit down and I try to do it, and I have a 3 monitor setup. So I'll have it on my main monitor, but then the video essay I have going on my third monitor, it's just so, oh wow, I suddenly have to pay attention to it. Wow, I definitely need to see the downfall of Nikocado Avocado over a TikTok I'm editing that's gonna be less than 60 seconds.
That's a that's over here. I'd rather watch this 45-minute documentary of this thing that I wasn't interested before 10 minutes ago over this project I was been working on for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's a good one. Okay. So, that's hilarious. Because the reason why I ask, like, if you've had experiences, because especially for people who haven't video edited before or even done simple video editing like myself, editing videos takes a lot of time and effort.
It
Like
does.
people, especially as like as a one person, both recording the content and then doing the post, it's
Mhm.
so much work. That's why I stopped doing YouTube videos. I was like, I can't. This just is taking way too much time. And then that's why I just, when I personally speaking, when I finally upgraded my internet, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna stream. I'm just gonna drop um doing videos outside of podcasts and occasional highlights. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't have the time, and like especially for video editing software, like you have to pay for some people. Let's say it's
Mhm.
Adobe, it's like monthly subscription base. I'm just like, I'm good. I'm not even using this. This is just draining my
Yeah.
money. So for stuff like that, I can understand like if you really want to do it and like people are pretty set on it. That's awesome. All more power to you. But some people underestimate how much time and effort goes into just editing a video or even short form stuff like TikToks. Like there's just so
Mhm.
much. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And then, like, the ones I'll spend hours on will get, like, the nice 200 views, and then, like, the one that I just randomly clipped together on Twitch itself, not even exporting it to a video editing software, I'll just mess around with it on Twitch itself, will get, like, almost 1,000 views, and I'm like, "Why? Why?"
They keep it simple. They keep it simple.
Uh, but no, I took some sort of class in college because we learned how to use Adobe Premiere in college. We did like a whole class on it, a whole semester on it.
Mhm.
Um, I don't even use Premiere anymore. I use DaVinci, and
Mm.
it's happened too many times where I'll be trying to sit down because I've lessened my stream schedule. Do I have a stream schedule? Not really, but I try to do 3 times a week. Everything's very chaotic right now, but I try to do 3 times a week. I used to do, like, every day and obviously burn out, and then I'd be like, "Oh, I should do TikToks," but then I'm like, "Oh, but, that little go live button on OBS is looking very fine today." And then times my chat will be like, "1 a.m. stream?" I'm like, "Shut up."
Shit,
Or I'll have a friend DM me on Discord like, "Weren't you supposed to do XYZ video today?" I'm like, "Listen."
that's me. I am that friend. I call you out on your bullshit half the time.
I was like, "I'll do it tomorrow," and it's been, like, 3 months.
That's me and Jay in my chat. Damn right. Then you got to make another video after another. Exactly. Like you can't stop. I mean, you can
Yeah,
if you want to, but it's like it's the same thing. It's video editing is not just a single project. It's always
yeah.
you got to keep going if you want to keep doing it. So,
Mhm.
and it's always never the same because content's always changing, especially what you're doing. But like you said, for going back to what I was saying, how often does that happen? Where it's like people will just say, call you out on that dumb stuff, and just be like, "Why are you streaming?" Or "Did you finish that thing yet?" Is that how? Is that common for you?
It's every stream, every day, because the one big thing lately that even my chat knows about is I have not cleaned my apartment, like a deep clean. I've been trying to do it for forever.
Hmm.
Um, Especially since my mother will be here in 2 weeks. And I've known
Ooh.
this for 9 months. And I have not done like a like when I say deep clean, I mean bring out the shampooer for the carpet. Like we're doing a deep clean.
Deep, deep
I have
clean,
not
yeah.
done anything for it. And then my apartment gets so messy every time I stream. Yep, yeah, someone in my chat just said, "Still, listen, I made a plan and I'll start tomorrow. It's fine." Uh, my mother being here scares me more than procrastination, so I'll start tomorrow. Um, so yeah, yeah, every day. Every day my chat humbles me. And they're like, "Just stop streaming." I'm like, "No." Because if I stop streaming, I'm just gonna go to bed. And like, there's no productivity that's gonna happen if I stop streaming.
No, bro.
Uh,
Yeah, just you're gonna see something on like a YouTube feed or a TikTok. You'll scroll TikTok for like 30 minutes. You're like, what was I doing?
Not even I'll scroll TikTok and I'll see like I'll get TikTok of other creators and I'll be like, "Oh, I want to do that." And then I'll just start doing something else entirely. So, it's never good. Ah, it's great.
God, oh man. All right. Well, now we have. I'll be end up joining the rest of your chat and being like, still. Did you do the shampooing yet? I joke. I joke. Oh wow, 69 bits. Thank you, Argentina. Love you too. But yeah, I mean, for that, let's talk about your community now. Like you've been streaming for almost 2 years now, um, cumulatively on and off, like you said, because obviously it's not every day.
Mhm.
Um, how has that growth been for you? For someone starting just cause, and did you do your first stream? Did you tell people about it? Because you said someone rated you, or I don't know if you have people supporting you. How'd that start off versus, like where you are now?
It's definitely been odd because my community shifted, but there's like some people who will stay the whole time. Like I have one person who's been here since my second stream because I met him sort of through my first stream. Um, no, the raid that happened my first stream was just a random raid. I don't know if they still follow. I still remember roughly who it is. I can't remember names for life of me. Um, but no, I had a content creator friend at the time, and then after like a few months, just something happened, falling out, and then I started becoming more into VTubers. Made some moves through there who I still know, but as sort of happens with VTubing, like they say the life cycle of VTuber, if you make it over 6 months as a VTuber, you're pretty old because most VTubers graduate after 6 months. Which I didn't
Really?
yeah, which I didn't get that at the time. Maybe it's a bit more there's a bit more longevity because people do PNG more now. But
Mhm.
I know if I probably went through my following list right now, there's going to be at least 5 people who have graduated or are on an indefinite hiatus.
Mm, mhm.
Because I definitely know a ton of people who have graduated, gone on hiatus, or completely rebranded and switched accounts. Um, so it's definitely weird. Um, but uh we've gone through shifts with community members who have come and gone. Um, I'd say I didn't really see a lot of growth my first full year. Um, there was like, as what happens with content creators, there was like drama that would happen, and I used to be
Mm,
more involved with it, and it like really dragged my mental. Where I almost quit last June. I took like a full month off.
mhm.
But one of my mods got me back into it, and we experienced a lot of growth. I think I hit 1K a month after. I had just celebrated 400 in May, took a month off, and then like the next month we hit 1K.
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
huge. What
So
the heck?
because I had switched to Valorant, and I met way more content creators that way, sticking to one consistent game over variety. And,
Okay.
like, promoting in chat and everything, and I met a ton of creators that way who I still talk to regularly. Um, so definitely being part of one community has helped a lot. So being part of the Valorant community, met a lot of content creators that way. A lot of my community members who are still here months later, I've met through that way. But it's definitely weird because there's, like, some people who I thought would be here for a while and then just falling outs would happen, but, um I don't know. I feel old looking back because I guess in VTubing terms, I am a little old. Uh,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
in terms of streamer terms, I'm a little old because I know a ton of newbie streamers who are younger in terms of streaming than me, but I feel so old.
no, I feel that too. I feel that too. I mean, and not even just as like a VTuber, right? And just as a streamer in general for a couple of years now. I'm just like I do this for me and say I'm not one of those people who gets immense growth because similar, just variety streamer. But for you, right? Um, when it came to when you said VTuber, I didn't know this was like a stat. I don't like, or this is just mostly anecdotal. But you said I didn't realize VTubers really the lifespan of like a small independent VTuber is 6 months. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because if you, I didn't really get it, but if you think about it, there's like it also depends on your definition of VTuber. PNG tubers are VTubers to me, so it
Right.
might be changing. Because back when I started, it wasn't as spoken about with having pre-mades.
Hmm.
So like pre-made PNGs, those weren't a thing. Pre-made models were not a thing. I would have done that. But no, those came out a little bit after I started VTubing. So it was a little bit more inaccessible. So people would put all in, and this discourse always comes up because people are like, you need a model to succeed. And then there's like, you don't need a model.
Right.
Um, Never listen to what I say because I obviously did not listen to advice. Well, I didn't see the advice at the time. The advice was not there when I started. But there's people who will invest all this money and they think that without streaming, they'll invest all the money into getting a model, a pretty model, all that stuff. And then they start streaming and they either realize streaming is not for them or they're not growing the way they want,
Hmm.
where they'll get a lot of followers for the model. But because you haven't really worked out streaming yet, people can kind of sense that and they don't get the growth they want after that, or they experience an initial hype, but then like growth is not linear in content creation. So they're like, oh, well, no one watches me anymore. Da, 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 da.
Hmm. Hmm.
And they'll just quit. Um, which I sort of get because I remember I had a big lull my first year, but like I pushed through. I experimented where I could, and like for example, the ASMR channel. That was
Hmm.
a sort of one-off idea. It was supposed to be a bit. I posted like a couple videos, but then like one of them got like 20K in like 3 days. So then my channel started growing. Um, and I think right now, with as inconsistent as I post, I have around 5,500 on that channel. Um, and I can get like 1K pretty easily, and I'm YouTube partner on there. I got YouTube partner after like a month or two. So it's like,
Nice.
oh, like okay, so if I experiment, it'll work out. So I was benefit, or I was lucky enough to learn that lesson pretty early. But yeah, there's people who want to do things a certain way, and they'll realize, oh, can't really do it that way.
Right. Like people are
Or
going
they
into
won't.
this with an expectation of like, oh, it's gonna be easy, like a walk in the park if I have everything set up, and then I realize it's not. It isn't that. So, right.
Yeah. Or they'll go in with like bad intentions of, oh, I'm going to become a streamer. I'm gonna be like the next XQC. Like I'm gonna be big streamer, whatever. And it's like, no.
Yeah,
it,
that's
it,
yeah,
you're
no.
like, I've seen people who have been like overnight successes, but I've also seen people who put in work and like just haven't seen the fruits of their labor yet.
Mhm.
It's very varied. So I was like, it's a long lesson to learn not to compare yourself. Um, Thankfully, I'm at that point now. But I remember I used to not be, and I've had friends who couldn't get that past that point, and I've had friendships that ended unexpectedly because of that sort of stuff. Um,
Mm.
so yeah, especially with VTubing, um, such a volatile community by itself, but there's a lot of people who think, oh, if I get a pretty model, that will fix everything, and it's like, no,
Right,
the
right.
model will not guarantee you success.
Right. If anything, that's like a very surface level just asset to have. That's like another tool in your toolkit to use, but
Hmm.
right, like there's still more work to be done. It's not just that. So at least how I see it, right? I know of some people
Yeah.
um have like grown just being a PNG tuber, right? Like you said, it
Hmm.
really it's like, oh, how much work, how much effort do you really are you gonna put in? And there are other factors like personality types, how you speak, yada yada, but um And like you said, the content, the actual things that you do, obviously probably the biggest thing. And there's just so many different forms of what growth could look like, right? And then how people would want to measure it and comparing it is such a big social aspect of it all. Because for me, I don't know, like for you, right? I don't know what was your, before I get into mine, what was your expectation of growth when you started streaming? Because you said like you had a lull. What was did you have expectations going into it when you were streaming?
Um, what's funny is, so when I started streaming, I watched Ludwig's video for new streamers.
Hmm.
And he was like, set a goal for what you want in a year, and that way you can see if streaming's for you. Like, okay, set reasonable goals. Okay, I want affiliate in a year. Some people don't get affiliate for like several years. So like, I feel like that's a natural goal to ask for. I was like, I was like, I probably could find it if I looked for it. It was like I wanted to try to hit affiliates. I wanted, I think, 100 followers after a year. It was I wanted I wanted people in my Discord server. Like I wanted to have an active community. Those are like the goals that I wanted in my 1 year streaming.
Mm.
Like I was more focused. I wasn't as focused I wasn't as focused on the numbers. What I really wanted was community. I wanted to have a good community, have a good rapport, um, that sort of stuff. Uh, and I think I hit 100 followers like a month or two into streaming, and I was like, oh. And then like a
Oh.
lot of people, and then
Oh,
like
okay.
people would call me their comfort streamer, or people would be like, da, da, da. Like, oh. And obviously I hit affiliate like a month or two into streaming. Like, so I hit all my goals by 4 months,
First
5 months
couple
into
months.
streaming.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess this is a thing."
Oh, okay, nice, nice. So then once you hit the goals, then like, you hit it within the first half year. And then obviously you kept growing. I mean, for that, did your expectations change at all?
Um, my expectations really ever changed. Um, I still never really wanted to make numbers goals.
Right, right.
So it was more, okay, what content do I want to do? What kind of content? Which is ASMR channel. I was like, "Ah, out." And it worked out. So I was like, okay. Um, and sort of, I'm thinking about it now. I don't really have current goals because it's just been a very rocky past year now.
Mhm.
Just for IRL reasons. So I haven't really made big goals, but I think once I move, I sort of have some goals of what I want to do. And I'll probably touch on it on debut. I'll probably have it more settled with like the nice little PowerPoint I get to make. Um, I know I hope to eventually get Twitch partner, but I don't see myself doing a partner push at any point. I have a mod who said she'll tell me when she thinks it'd be good to do a partner push, but like I want to try and get those numbers as organically as possible. Um, so I know I want to try to push myself to creating more varied content. So doing the short form content with the TikToks and then uh try to edit my pods and
Mhm,
stick
mhm.
to having consistent series. I owe my community an Outlast replay. And I know that would probably make a good YouTube video or two. Um, but just if it's too chaotic, I go back to Valorant as my default and can't really do much for Valorant in my with my skill level right now. So I'm like, okay, I need to figure out what I can do. So I'll probably challenge myself a bit more soon. Um, Especially as debut gets ever closer.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, that's cool though. I mean, like that's exciting for you to both experiment and try things out while you still can,
Mhm.
before, if you ever get big, don't forget me, Viv. I only met you like 2 months ago.
It's
I'd be
crazy.
like, go come back on the podcast. Gosh, don't. I was like, we're gonna come back. We're gonna be a year from now. You're gonna be doing more different stuff. Maybe I don't know, and be like, all right, Viv. I don't know if you remember this episode. but yada yada. But I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun for you to just try stuff. And like you said, it's not about the numbers for you, not really keeping track of it. But that's really cool that you're putting both what you want to do in the community first over numbers. That's really I appreciate that for people who do that for their communities and stuff. So very nice.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I sort of knew, um, when I said that I'd be a content creator, like, I would always see, like, people who would be in it for numbers. I'm like, "No." Um, so I was like, I don't wanna be that person." Um, so yeah, I do try to do community as much as I can. They know I bully them out of love. So
Of course, of course. Do they bully
yeah.
you out of love though?
I tell myself they do.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, well, there it is. We'll find out shortly in your chat. Since you are streaming anyways.
Yeah.
There you go. Then where's all the still comments?
No, yeah. They're all eeping now.
There you go. All right. Well, that's exciting to hear for you stuff going forward, and obviously, hopefully, I'll be sticking around and see some of that growth and new things that you're trying out. So that's gonna be awesome. As someone watching from the side, I'm just like, yay, go Viv, yay!
Thank you.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. And then you're like, I'm over here sooner or later. All right, take a break, yeah, break. That's cool. I mean, the reason why I ask, especially for people who see like relatively quick growth, right? I say relatively because from my own perspective and my experience with talking with some other friends, right? Being able to hit those 1 year goals in the first third or half a year is pretty quick. And
Mhm.
for someone like me, I'm a variety streamer. I uh don't really have like a big community at all. I was just like, my regulars from back in the day. Shout out to you guys, all the VIPs. Hey. Uh but then it's like, my growth as a streamer has just been, oh, my introduction to VTubing, and I got like 40%, 50% growth out of being a VTuber and meeting so many new people. And then, so the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this also relates to what we talked about earlier. For you, someone who's like introverted and you don't really talk to people as much, I mean, is it hard to keep up with some things or people you follow at all, try to meet new people?
Um, I'd say so. Um, I pretty much like I'm very keep to myself, so
Hmm.
I'm trying to be better. I try to be in some people's streams when I can. It's kind of something I'm notorious for. No one expects me in their streams ever. They know not to. Like, they'll be like, "Oh, well, it was my stream." I was like, "I was probably in my own little world. Don't ever expect me at the stream." Um, like, I love you, but don't ever expect me at a stream. Um, because I'm always doing something.
Right.
And on Twitter, I sort of sometimes interact with people, trying to be better with that. If I'm like having a really like extroverted day, um, everyone can tell because I'll be in everyone's DMs. I'll be tweeting every hour. I'll be replying to everyone I see on Twitter. And
It's so blatantly obvious. You're like, oh, there's Viv. There it is. It's the once in a blue moon.
it's like it happens like once every 2 to 3 weeks where I'll just be everywhere for like a day or two. And then it's like no one will see or hear from me for like 3 months. Um, so yeah. It's I've luckily met some people. I still don't know how. Um, I don't really go out of my way. So somehow people find me, which I appreciate because I'm very lazy. And that's sort of how I've met. Or like I'll be in Valorant and like people like promote their streams. I'm like, oh, gotta go support. And if I like their vibes, I'll support. There's been some people where it's like weird vibes. Um, but I'm very grateful for people who promote their streams because I get to check them out and usually find cool streamers that way. So yeah.
So for you, it sort of just it passively happened.
Yeah, it very fastly happens. That's why I know I should go to Offkai and mingle, be like, "Where are my
But
fellow people?" But, uh, my bed, my cats.
all right. Well, if anything, you keep doing you. I like how it's like you stay in your lane until something just happens inadvertently. Be like, oh, now I'm here.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Okay, so man, it's funny because like the reason why I find this right because you're I wouldn't say an archetype. Like this is bad to put like labels and stuff, but I'm just like this is just my
Mhm.
experience, right? So I apologize now if this I don't want to offend you or anything, but for someone who just feels and like is so into their own community and stuff as a VTuber, but then you're also one of those people who just doesn't as much reach out to other people, and it just sort of just happens. And from your perspective, I mean, I don't even know how to phrase like a question around this because it's just there's just so many different things going on. Um, just ah, do you even like collab often or no? Outside of just
No.
like Valorant games.
No, not even. I don't even know. I think I appeared on someone's stream the other day, but, like, I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell anyone I was on their stream playing with them. It
Okay.
was off I was offline, I wasn't even streaming. Um, no, I finally have a collab on Saturday because I saw someone asking, they're like, "Moots, what's the collab?" And I was like, "You know what? You know what I haven't done in a while." And then I have another friend who it's her 2-year anniversary next month.
Mhm.
So she was like asking for people to join. I was like, I got you, Pookie. We've never collabed before, but we always interact. So I'm like, it'll be fine. She's rated me before. I rated her. I think she was one of the first streamers I met in the content space.
Mhm.
Um, so I was like, yeah, um, that sort of deal. Um, but yeah, I don't really collab. I'll probably like once I debut, I'll probably like open up to collab with Moots because I've had people ask me before. I had like one bad collab experience and it's like tainted it forever. And
Oh.
it's not even on them. It was sort of on me, but it was like them, then the fallout, and it was like, eh. Um, it's like I'll give both of us grace, but it didn't really end well. So I'm like,
Gotcha.
yeah. So I'm like, eh.
Okay, okay. I mean, for you, then, collabing is not like your biggest thing, but you say you want to try more going forward.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, neat. Well, I mean, you're on the podcast. I don't know if this technically counts a lab, so thanks for being here.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I didn't even know this. I'm learning so much about you in this one episode. I'm like, well, shit. I
Exactly.
thought.
See, I'm trying things out.
Yeah, I half lucked out, I guess. The
Yeah.
timing was so real. Okay, cool. I mean, and then for you also, because you're not really out to really like find be involved in that many communities because you're still doing your own thing. You're not in that many Discord servers, huh? Are you?
Um,
This is just like a random curiosity question now.
I'm my Discord would scare you. The amount of servers I'm in is actually criminal.
Do you have I assume you have Nitro.
Yeah, I have Nitro.
Okay, so you're past the basic number of limit, so
Oh yeah, I'm
oh
definitely
no.
past that. Like if you, I don't even know if I could share what this looks like. It's just an endless number.
It's just scrolling for days.
Yeah, it takes at least 10 scrolls.
Oh my god. Is this on a horizontal or a vertical monitor?
This is on my horizontal vertical. Let's see, how is it on my vertical? It still takes a lot of scroll. Oh, not all my folders were open. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, I was like, are they in folders or not? I was
Yeah.
like, if you said 10 scrolls, but they're all folders, I'd be like, oh my god.
No, I opened all them because let's see, because some of these are like ones for content creators. Two. Sorry. Ew. Sorry.
Bless you,
Um,
if that was a sneeze.
Thank you. Yes. Two are for Offkai. Let's see. Some are friends. Some are voice acting. Like voice acting projects, they add you to servers. These are all friends. Yeah, a ton of voice acting servers. And then just my emote servers. Yeah. I
Nice.
forgot some of these servers existed.
Don't we all? Don't we? As a VTuber, there's always those servers be like, oh yeah, I
Yeah,
was in
like,
that.
oh, it's crazy.
Or especially like when someone goes on like a hiatus or graduates, right? And they don't delete their server, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that still exists. They were a thing.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh man. Okay. Damn. 10 school. Hold on. I don't even think I'm relatively close. 1, 2. I got 3. I got-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 before I reach the first folder.
Oh my god.
That's why I'm always on D&D on Discord.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense.
27,
Oh, you're still scrolling. Okay, I'll let you
32,
finish.
39. I'll just guess 50 after that one. Okay, it's over 50. Just assume it's over 100. What's the limit? I might be hitting the limit soon.
I don't know. I want to say it's 100. Here, let me Google real quick.
It's
This.
200. So I'm
Okay,
halfway at my limit.
you're fine. There you go. I was like, I feel like it's more than 100. I feel like 100. Is it 50 or 100 for normal Discord? Let me check. Discord server limits. 100 limit on Discord servers. Yeah, 100 for a regular Discord user. 200 for Nitro. Okay. Well, there
Thank
you
goodness
go.
for Nitro.
you're yeah. I feel like you're probably past the 100 at least. You're in triple figures.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that there's still probably more that you'll end up joining, whether by choice or not. You joined my server today. I wouldn't feel bad if you left because it's not that important. So you can have one less on here. But yeah, I mean, we're at an hour and a half mark. We'll probably go to a quick after post podcast show and where Viv will do an ara because for first time guests, that's what we do here on the Neon Podcast. So I mean, Viv, while we wrap up and before we head into that, I mean, you have any lightning round questions or things that you want to talk about before we head over to the post podcast show? Could be anything.
I have nothing. I'm head empty always.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Well, Viv, thank you for being on today's podcast episode. I really appreciate you being here. And I appreciate it more even now. Even more even now, even I can't English. Even more now, knowing that you're like, oh yeah, I don't really collab. I'm like, oh shit, for real. So thank you so much for being on this episode. And
Mhm.
yeah. If you have
Sure.
anything that you want to plug, shout outs, etc., you have a moment to yourself on the podcast.
Uh, no, don't perceive me. Don't perceive me ever. Save yourselves.
Okay, well, if you don't want to perceive her, don't look at the her streamer tag in my title, and if you're watching on YouTube, her streamer tag or link won't be in the description, so don't look there. So yeah, Viv, thank you so much for being on the episode. And if you want to be on a future episode, you've been awesome, and I appreciate you being here. Like I said, and I don't know if you will reach out, but if you ever want to, you do have the option to re-invite yourself to a future episode. Just give me a couple days notice so I don't have a guest pre-planned. And you're always welcome back to the podcast.
Please appreciate. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course, of course. All right. Well, that said, we're gonna go ahead into the post podcast show. We'll go over some other stuff. If we have any other stuff, maybe we'll keep it short, and I'll let Viv go because I'm not gonna hold Viv hostage in the post podcast show. But anyways, Viv, do you want to say bye, YouTube?
Bye, YouTube.